You look like a crazy dog. Nick is really excited right now because two great things happened. He looked outside the window because I told him there's a man. I think he's cleaning or something out here. Oh, I think the truck is gone now. Yeah, they're cleaning down on the wall, and he waved to him, and the guy waved back.
Oh, I'm dying.
Which proves that Swedes aren't just uptight and boring and cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 30 years old. I can't run.
You've been scared of that because you're so social and you want to be able to hang out with people and talk. Then I show him this mug and I'm like, oh, I think I bought that actually for someone when I was like very young. And he goes, and I go, what does it say there? And he goes, what, you are the best? I was like, what, you read a whole Swedish sentence just now? And just yesterday he was like, oh, I'm never going to fit in if I don't learn the language. You just read a whole sentence? How? How?
I don't know.
That came out of my face. I'm trying to eat my breakfast.
What are you going to eat for breakfast? Your second to last breakfast in Sweden.
Bacon. No, I'm just kidding. No bacon. I'm gonna have this nice cold meats.
Ham?
And I'm gonna have a piece of bread.
Are you going to try Oh Boy?
Yes.
That's our version of chocolate milk.
I have my cup of coffee though here first.
Yeah. You've been drinking a lot of coffee. You're becoming a Swede.
Ooh.
Like, we're the biggest coffee drinking country, I think, in the world even.
Son of a bitch.
People are like obsessed with it.
One lump or two? I say two. So that sucks about my alcohol in here.
Oh yeah, so we read online. He can't bring this chocolate rum that my parents gave because they never
I
drink.
figured
So
though, because it's already open.
it's already open. They never drink this. It's like several years old. But you can bring the schnapps because that's not open yet.
Right. Well,
They're just gonna have to save it until we come back because they never drink it anyways.
either that or I could just finish it before I leave.
God. Honey, no, don't stop. You're just faking, aren't you? Oh my God. See, you're already drunk. I don't know if I would recommend that for breakfast, but okay. Wash it down with coffee, I suppose.
Good morning.
That's going to help your heartburn.
I forgot to add one more thing. I walked by. Okay, look, they don't have any fucking pets or anything here. But, yeah, I walked by in the corner of my eye. I thought that was a fucking dog.
I don't want to leave Sweden tomorrow.
Huh?
What? Just off.
Well, I have a Mortal Kombat addiction.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know you can play Mortal Kombat in Sweden too, right? I would never make you move to Sweden without Mortal Kombat and karaoke. I know you better than that.
Well, let's move. I'm having melted butter for breakfast, guys. I heard it's pretty healthy for you.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Wow. I feel really good today, you know? I think I should start my day with a chug of rum every day.
See how you feel in like 2 hours with a pounding headache.
I know, right?
I'm drinking real like rum from the, what do you say, Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
See, maybe Jack Sparrow made that for you.
Aged in oak, Trinidad.
It's from Tobago in the Caribbean.
Yes, came in this nice steel tin thingamajigger.
Now I know this looks ridiculous to eat for breakfast, boiled eggs with potatoes and butter, but I'm eating it because of this. Tomorrow we're leaving, and it's gonna be, I don't know how long until I have Swedish fresh summer potatoes. We call them fresh potatoes. I guess in English it's like new potatoes. They're small, they only grow in the summertime in Sweden. They're so delicious and tasty and amazing. They're just like the highlight of Swedish summers. And so I'm gonna miss that a lot.
You know, there's one thing I haven't seen since I've been in Sweden.
What?
Spiders.
Really? You haven't seen one spider?
No, not one. Not
That's true.
even. Well,
I've seen a couple small ones, but they're not big here
like
at
tiny
all.
little baby ones, yeah,
Yeah.
but not like
Those are the only ones we really have here.
not like the ones in California.
I mean, in the summertime we get those really long-legged ones, but I don't really consider them spiders. They're just whimsical little
Nice
lost
gentlemen.
creatures.
Nice little gentleman.
Yeah. I mean, they can be really annoying. Yeah, and he even said the mosquitoes aren't bad.
Yeah.
Because you always hear about mosquitoes in Sweden, like in the forest and stuff, but they're very small and like, yeah, they bite and they hurt, but it's like, you know, it's not that hard to get away from them.
No.
I've heard they're a lot bigger and lot like worse in like Texas and Florida and those places.
Yeah, the other places we were considering to move.
Yeah. I think you're realizing the bugs in Sweden are very harmless.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Even if you see a snake in the forest in Sweden, they're usually harmless. They're usually like small and, I mean, you would never even see one, like maybe one every 10 years or something, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All I need is white shoes.
Yeah, for that outfit.
Yeah. Black
Look-
ones look good too, though.
Look great. I love your outfit.
Thank
Looks so European. So where are we going now?
I don't know.
We're just gonna go on our last day on a little walk around the city, downtown, say goodbye, and then we'll go to the store and buy some treats.
Okay, you lead the way.
I will. Yeah, and the weather's actually clearing up now, right in time for us to go outside. It's been raining all day. So glad we waited. Ah, it sounds like spring. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
And the clouds are just flying away. They're going so fast.
Cool. I'm cold.
It's a little cold. I'm actually loving this. So this is the old area of Västerås. Is it weird that I don't remember this specific building at all? Did they repaint it? Or am I just like, have I just not been here for so long? I just don't.
repainted it.
I don't know. Weird. Anyways, this is my old high school. I just want to walk in here for a little bit. So funny, I went here for 3 years, and in snowstorms and in good weather and bad weather, I took the bus from where I lived every day and every night, back and forth, to go to school. And then right when I graduated, we literally moved to a house that is on the other side of the street of this high school. I was pretty mad about that. I could have saved myself a lot of trips on the bus if we just moved there a little sooner. This is the house where I had like a lot of Swedish lessons. I had a lot of cultural lessons, like literature and all that stuff. These buildings are very old. This whole school is actually like, I think about 400 years old.
Ah, it's pretty old.
This is where I took drama and history lessons. And in here, I had, what did I do here? I had English in here. Some other stuff, I can't remember exactly. But this is also the staircase where me and my classmates ran outside when we graduated. And this whole area here was full of family members standing there, you know, waiting for us. Yeah, and they're reconstructioning the church apparently too. They renovate everything in Västerås right now apparently. But yeah, this is the church. It's right outside our school.
There's a fat pigeon taking a bath.
Oh, bye bye.
Yeah, he can barely fly. He's
Yeah, it's very big.
made it.
Flagpole. This is where we had gym class, which I was never a big fan of. And right here behind the school is the old area of Västerås, which they have tried to keep and preserve as much as possible. So it looks very, very quaint and beautiful. All these little small, tiny houses. And yeah, here's the, what do you call it? Cobblestones that you hated in Denmark. You tried to drag your luggage on it. Look at these little streets. Aren't they adorable? And this house right here, I remember they renovated the school at some point, and we had to sit in this classroom here. It wasn't even a classroom, it was just a room. A dark, cold room where I had math. In the middle of the winter, it was super freezing, and I hated it. Luckily, it was only temporary. And there are people living here in these houses now. And there's usually like little signs on many of these houses explaining how old these houses were or are, and who used to live here, what they did for a living, and all that good stuff. So this is actually a really cool example. So this is called Arrestantgården. The arrestant farm or house or whatever you want to call it is named after the Danish, war prisoner, Thomas Christensen, who in the beginning of the 1700s got married here. A little further up here, that's where the apple trees are, where anyone can just go and pick apples.
Nice.
We saw those yesterday on the way home.
Really fast.
Yeah, here's the Black River. Västerås. It really does look black. Damn, it's actually really dry. Okay, so this area right here, I've never seen that before in my whole entire life. I mean, last year there was a drought and a lot of fires here, but I've never actually seen the Black River this dry. On the other side, I love how it always looks like a jungle here. Because see how you can see the bottom here? It's so dry. I've never seen that before here.
Is it usually filled up all the way over there?
Yeah. What do you think?
Beautiful. I'm so glad it's a pretty semi-beautiful day on our last day here.
I just love how the sunshine reflects in the trees here. You hear the birds up there. Is it weird how this is summertime and it's not like blazing hot?
Yeah, I love it though. It's a nice vacation away from California during the summer.
It's fresh. It's like, you know, we do have hot summer days for sure, but you do get that break of like a little cooler weather, which is really nice. So we made it to where we're gonna go, where you've never been. I've talked about this place many times. What do you think it is?
I don't know, the top of the city.
What?
The view of the city.
The view of the city. We're gonna go up to Jakneberget. This is the Jakne mountain. And you can take a break in the middle if your back is hurting too much. They're very clever. Like they put little benches here whenever you want to do that. Whenever you want to rest. This is something, it says in Old Swedish right here, and I don't know. I don't even know what it says. Yeah, so the top is right there. It's not that bad. Okay. You are gonna get tired at this point, but you know what? Then it's just a few steps left, so who cares? You know? I promise you, you'll get over it. Yeah, this is where I've spent a lot of Swedish national days. A lot of school trips have gone to this mountain. We rode our bikes all the way from the school, which is pretty far away. But most importantly, I celebrated a lot of midsummers here. And it's cool because this mountain has a lot of history. Not only can you see the view of the city, but there are also a bunch of different old stones where people have carved things that's on display here. We're going to take a look at those. There's even like a restaurant and a cafe up here, that yellow building. And there are games to play and all that stuff. And here's the view of the city.
Wow.
Not too shabby. And have you noticed all these stones where there's inscriptions? Yeah, they're very old. Some of them are just names of people who were famous, and some of them have messages on them. Really old Swedish I don't really understand.
You don't know?
Some of them I can read, but there's, some of them are spelled really weird. Really weird. Yeah. So this is like the big grass area over there is where...
With golf?
Yeah, they have golf. This is where we celebrate midsummer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it really?
On there's a big grass area behind it. I'm gonna show you.
That's not where we went, is it?
No. This
Okay,
is
I was
where.
like, what the fuck, we can't just walk up the stairs?
That's where we were supposed to celebrate. My parents suggested Sätrabrunn, which is also really nice. I think this says Victoria, she who brought something something to the village. That's my translation of that.
Yeah. Hope it doesn't start raining.
It's fine. We'll hide. Here's another one. Fredrika of Baden lived 1781 to 1826. It's a little memorial stone over there. Oh, they still have the midsummer pole. It looks a little dry, but midsummer was about a week ago, so no wonder it's dry. But that's how the traditional midsummer pole looks like. Yeah, so this big grassy area is covered with people on midsummer. And then there's a little stage right there. They should play music and have a little choir singing. There's a lot of forest area where you can play, and there's a playground there for little kids. A lot of picnic areas. Yeah. I remember on this stage right here, me and my classmates in high school, that's like, there's a tradition on the High School that all the senior students perform a routine, like a dance routine in front of everybody. It's kind of ridiculous and funny. We all dress up in a themed costume, and we were, we call it dust rats. No, we call it dust bunnies. But in Sweden we call it dust rats. So we dressed up as those, and we had like a different or a ridiculous dance routine. And we practiced on that stage at one point. I remember that.
Oh, it's starting to get cold.
If you think this is cold, you should experience the Swedish winter.
Stop.
Look at that cloud. It's going straight up.
What the hell?
What is going on? And then the cloud above it is like flying away because it's so windy. Look how windy it is on the water too. This looks so like empty here because this is where like all the lily pads are. They should be underwater. But Nick pointed out a good thing. Right there, where is it? It looks like they're pumping in water here.
Yeah.
I wonder if they emptied it on purpose to clean it out or something. Maybe it isn't because, maybe it's not because of the drought. You coming?
Yeah.
You're just daydreaming all of a sudden?
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
I don't know.
We're back at the big church, Domkyrkan. Spent many hours in here. I'm not actually religious, but it's really nice to go in a church here. Like, everyone's welcome. And I love the history. I'm crazy by history. Super interested in that. So, all the little details. This is very fascinating to me. Just the amount of work that goes into building something like this back in the day. And here, behind here, you can see my old school. And this is actually the guy who created that school, Johannes Rudbeckius. So there was actually a funeral going on in the church, and we didn't want to bother anyone, so we're going to go back there later. But here is a cool little area too. See how small these houses are? People used to be a lot smaller back in the day.
I thought they would be bigger.
Yeah.
With all the...
I think also it's a way to like keep heat inside of the houses. So when you open the door, it's not as much heat like getting out of the house in the winter time. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons too. Love that pink house. It's so old. I'm down on the square again. Do you know where we're at?
Yeah.
This is the hotel we stayed at the first time you got here.
Yeah.
You came to visit me. Now we're going to our favorite cafe.
Yeah.
Remember this place? You remember it? So you got the coffee with the apple pie and your vanilla sauce that you love now, right?
Yeah.
And this is Öreman's pastry. It's a very like chocolatey mousse, raspberry, yummy, delicious thing that we're obsessed with. And Budapest, which is like a meringue with mandarins and whipped cream in. And you've never tried that. I wanted you to try something new. This looks really, really good. Öreman's is amazing.
Ah, it's delicious.
I love this cafe. That apple pie is so good. Everything here is so good. You can't go wrong at that amount.
We should just stay here and spend all of our money.
The little money we have left, we just sit here the whole last day.
I'm cool with that.
I want you to try this now. You've never had it before. It's one of my favorites.
It's got fruit in it.
Mandarins. Good,
Delicious.
amazing. And now you can see the inside of this chocolate mousse thing. It's so amazing. It's got dark mousse, light mousse, and raspberry filling. So good. It's one of my favorites. I love how you drink coffee now every time you fika. Like, it's so funny.
I know.
Like, you look so Swedish now. You used to be like, can I have a beer?
Yeah.
Like, the difference between you and the beginning of this vacation and the end of it. So funny.
It is pretty crazy. My clothes even changed.
Yeah, your whole style. Look at you. You look so European right now.
Light jeans, what the fuck?
All that's missing are the white shoes.
Yeah, well, I'll get my white shoes soon.
Going down to the store one last time to get all our treats. It's in a hurry for all these Swedish treats.
I'm falling apart. It's no funny.
We had too much sugar. We're dying. Yep, favorite cheese. Don't need that to bring back. Of course, you get more of those. Those are your favorites.
Yeah.
I actually want some of this stuff, like muffins and stuff that I miss. Oh, love these. Araxola. Get those. That. What else do we got? Oh, you remember these, muffins with like filling?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember those? We need banana sauce. Right? Here is that soda I wanted you to try. Can I buy you a small version? Are you gonna drink it today? I know I told you to drink water, but I'll share that with you because it's so good. Oh yeah, we need chips, don't we? And maybe some nuts. Your favorite nuts over there? Should we get both or just one? Because I miss these ones. I haven't really had these. Okay, because we had these ones during our trip. Are you gonna miss our beer selection? Another one. Yeah, that one's like so good. It's like crunchy. One thing I didn't have here that I love. Okay, so no. I got the big one. What's that? Is there anything else you want? Oh yeah, you were gonna buy those. So what did you get at the oil store again?
I
The
got
Italian store.
chili, rosemary, and garlic infused olive oil. All my favorite things in one.
Very nice.